It is a dry 86-degree Tuesday here at Pascack Hills in Montvale, the first day of this spring season that is over 80 degrees. And today we bring you our final regular season game of 2023-24 in boys lacrosse, Westwood coming to challenge Pascack Hills. In any other sport, this would be a divisional game, but lacrosse is different. No Big North Conference here. We play out of the NJILL. In the NJILL, the Broncos sit in the Cullen division, as you remember, if you remember their championship last year. Westwood sits in the Curcio division. The Cardinals have a 9-8 record through this year. Hills with a 10-7 record, although Westwood has taken the last 5 matchups between these two schools. They lost a close one to Fairlawn in their last one. Hills coming off a big win over Bergen Tech last Saturday. We come back in a few moments to give you the start of today's And here we are with our final regular season lacrosse game and our final lacrosse game of the season, it seems, unless we get a few state tournament upsets. You're going to see the players shake hands in just a few moments here at Pascack Hills. We have 48 minutes left. Both of these teams qualified for the state tournament, both in North 1 Group 1. Or sorry, that's just North Jersey Group 1, no Section 1 or Section 2 for boys lacrosse, one of the many differences in this sport compared to all of the others sanctioned by the NJSIAA. In that tournament, they are both lower seeds. They both have little to no shot of having a home game, as both are just about 500. Hills is a 13 seed. They play number 4 ranked Jefferson Friday morning at 10 in the morning at Jefferson. We may go to that one, but don't expect it. Westwood is an 11 seed, and they play Friday morning 11 in the morning at Kinnelon. They're the 6 seed, Kinnelon. The goalie today for Westwood will be the sophomore Jack Tantillo. He has 108 saves with 120 goals against in 17 games so far. Brendan Singleton once again will mind the net for Pascack Hills, the junior, with 145 saves. We are underway with Zach Groves winning yet another face-off. And he will take it behind the net. That's going to be Dylan Freitag. He gets it over to CJ Driver, and Driver up to Justin Diamond. It's going to be Driver again. We highlight the face-off matchup. Groves got his 200th face-off win of the season in the last game on Saturday against Bergen Tech. That puts him at 204 on the year. He has a 73% face-off win percentage. Sean Morrison is the usual face-off man for Westwood. Morrison wears number 27. He has 115 face-off wins, just under 200 total face-offs, and for a 59% win. Here's Groves ripping one, and it's going to be saved by Tantillo. But some trouble as he tries to get it back out, and Davis drops it. Nick Gervais will pick it up, one of the pulls for the Cardinals. He gets it over to Mike Rinaldi. And Rinaldi with a jump pass, reminiscent of Tim Tebow at Florida. Tantillo will pick it up and get it up the field and into the Bronco zone. And we have an issue in the booth. Oh, that was interesting. Here is Westwood on the attacking end. We still have a 0-0 score after about 2 minutes, and we'll see what the Cardinals can do. They are the higher seed in the state tournament, although they have a worse winning percentage than the Broncos, as Singleton makes a nice save there and gets it out to Peter Park. Yes, that's Peter Park. And up the field now with Hills and with Jake Brew, the sophomore, making some varsity appearances this season. Now it's Dylan Freitag, the senior, right in that corner. Trying to spin around Gervais. Facing some tough hand checks there, but Freitag pulling away now. And some more shoves. Keeps it in bounds, and now we'll look to pass. Driver trying to get open. And he does. So now it is the dangerous CJ Driver with possession. And he will try to give the Broncos a one-goal lead here with a interesting shot. That goes over the net. Out of bounds with 9 minutes 14 left in this first quarter. I have a feeling this one's going to be a good game to watch to end our year of lacrosse. Here is Ryan Davis, and he has it with Zach Groves. Groves back on. Usually after he faces off, he runs over to the sideline and grabs a different stick. With his preferred attacking stick trying to get in there, lost the ball. Heaves a shot that goes wide again, but will stay with Hills as Davis was back there to maintain possession. That's a unique rule in lacrosse, if you shoot it, it's actually whoever is closest to the ball, not who it went off of, who gets possession. Westwood's going to get it there after an errant pass went all the way, and he stepped out of bounds, so this one will go back to Hills, I think, unless they are calling a penalty on Westwood, which it seems they are. This is Danny Golden with it for the Cardinals. He crosses over, and a shot bounced in front and out of bounds. Looks like Westwood will keep it. It's going to be Seamus Foley. And they work it around to Morrison. Morrison rockets one, and it goes wide once again for Dylan Bellinger to get. Here's one coming, but good defense from Hills prevents it. Now a big shot, and it goes out once again. Good defense from Hills keeps things 0-0 through 4 minutes, but that might end it. Here is Seamus Foley again. But he lost it, and now Hills may get it up. Peter Park in there trying to pick it up, but no, it'll go back to Morrison and the Cardinals. And Morrison driving in takes a close shot. And Morrison scores to make it a 1-0 game. So here once again is the face-off matchup. Sean Morrison for Westwood off of that goal will win the face-off over Zach Groves. And Morrison is looking for 2, although he won't get it there. But now Westwood quickly goes up 2-0. We have a penalty on the Broncos. It will be number 28, Gabe Crandall, heading to the penalty area. And it is a 2-0 game. On the break, they're wrestling for it. Groves hits the floor, and the face-off will be won by him after a penalty called on Luke Biello. Now Groves trying to spin around, trying to get Hills on the board after going down 2-0 quickly. Here comes Zach Groves driving through. Lost it, though, and Westwood will take advantage, if only for a short while, because now here comes Driver wailing on that Westwood player. But the Cardinals now going to move it up to midfield. A hard check there from Groves, but it goes out of bounds, and the referees say that it goes to Pascack Hills. And we have a flag down. We'll pause as the officials enforce it. It looks like it will be on Bennett Hyde of Westwood. No, I think it's going to be Seamus Foley, perhaps. He looks to be making a move towards the penalty box, but I could be wrong. I believe this is going to be one man down for each, with 6:51 on the clock in the first quarter. Ryan Davis has possession, down 2-0. And here comes Davis trotting through. He'll get it to Driver. Driver rips one, and it's wide again. Hills will keep it. It'll be Logan Nassau bringing it in. Immediately passes to Ryan Davis. Davis to CJ Driver again, and now Driver looking to put the pedal to the metal. Makes a nice crossover there and scores. CJ Driver with a big goal to put Hills on the board and make it 2-1. Once again facing off, Groves and Biello. And it'll be Luke Biello who gets it out, but who's going to get it up into their stick? Flung up, and now flying over. Still nobody gets it. And Westwood has it. Just conceded their first goal of this game. Danny Golden trying to make a move, spun around and lost it instead. Here's Golden, pressured by a few Broncos. Five minutes 30 to go in this first quarter. It's going to be Golden trying to make a move through, gets it out, and some more passing, has it end up with Dylan Bellinger. And now Bellinger passes over to Foley and back. It's on the goal line and taking it behind the net here, trying for a wraparound possibly. Passes out, fake shot, now one, and it's saved by Brendan Singleton. Singleton out of his crease. Needs some help, turns and fires away, and it's intercepted by Westwood. Morrison quickly trying to catch him off guard, bounces over and out of bounds. Hills will keep it. This is now Ethan Beebe with 4:40 to go, trying to tie things up before the end of the first quarter. Driver flung it up. Ryan Davis has it. Here's Logan Nassau, the sophomore, with a few goals on this season, near 10. Making a good debut varsity season, as now it works its way to CJ Driver with under 4 minutes left in the quarter. Driver will try to get 2 goals on the game and tie this up. Tried to find Ryan Davis, but it went over. Now Dylan Freitag running after it, but he won't be able to get there in time, and Westwood takes over possession of the ball. That one flung up to about the 30-yard line. It's received well by Gervais, and he's going to take it through. Knocked down. Who's going to pick it up? Biello came over, but now Hills has it. And this is Gabe Crandall who gets it to Brendan Singleton. Singleton with 3:15 left in the first quarter, down by 1. Peter Park with a jumping catch. Got it up to Jake Brew. And now Brew finds Driver as he gets across midfield. Driver will wait for the offense to set up quickly here. They're trying their best to tie this up and get back in it. Behind the net now with Driver. Brew right in front of the goal, but he's covered by 2-3 Westwood players. Driver lost it, Can he get it back? No. Out of bounds and back over to Westwood with 2:45 on the clock. It's going to be Danny Golden. Number 1 back down to Sean Morrison, who scored the opener for the Cardinals, and now some substitutions will take place as Westwood gets their offense set up for possibly the final push for them in this quarter with 2:20 to go. Big moves from Biello. It goes just wide his shot and out of bounds on the sideline. It'll stay with Westwood. 2 minutes, 8 seconds left. Greg Sealer over to Sean Morrison. Some contact there as good defense from number 22, Billy Manny, laid down, and Singleton with another save. That's Connor Onikian. He lost it but got it back and will find his way around Danny Golden with 1:30 left, and now Hills possibly one last chance to tie this game up before the end of the quarter. Driver off the pass from Micah Kadem. And over to Ryan Davis as the offense gets set up and Davis subs on. And 1 minute left in this first quarter. Davis bouncing around. Here's Zach Groves now. Fakes the pass and now gets it over to Driver. He has 45 seconds to try and level this one. Got Hills back in it with a nice move and a goal. Now here's Ryan Davis. He's going to turn up the tempo to Zach Groves. Down to Freitag. He gets leveled but stays on his feet and takes it back out now with under 30 to go. Here's Groves again at the 30-yard line, bouncing around, looking like a heavyweight fighter. And now here's Logan Nassau. They have 15 seconds left in the quarter and one last chance to attack. Starting and stopping. Groves may rip a long one here. 10 seconds left in the quarter, trying to tie. Davis scores, and we are tied as we head to the end of the first. Ryan Davis and CJ Driver have tied this game up with a little help from Zach Groves, Logan Nassau, and company. Now with 6 seconds left in the first quarter, we have a 2-2 game. Groves coming back to center. He knows he'll have to do it over again in just 6 seconds. On the way, it's going to be picked up by Hills, and this is Billy Manny to run out the clock and end the first quarter. It started with some scoreless defense. Westwood quickly went up 2-0. Hills has tied it up at the end of the first. We'll see you in 2 minutes. And we welcome you back at the start of the second quarter in a 2-2 game between Westwood and Pascack Hills, our final regular season game. State tournament coverage will start up here on PH Athletics later this week. Thursday is the first scheduled game for baseball in the state sectional tournament. They'll take on Demarest right here at Hills, and we'll have live, or not live, but we'll have tape-delayed coverage of that going up hopefully Friday morning, maybe late Thursday night. We shall see as we get set for a redone face-off here after the 6-second one in the first quarter, won by Groves, and this one will be won by Zach Groves yet again. He'll hustle to the sideline, and Ryan Davis will pick it up and get things started for Hills. After tying things up late in the first quarter, they're going to try and take their first lead of the game. But we'll see what Logan Nassau, C.J. Driver, Ryan Davis, and the rest of this Bronco offense can do. Driver driving in, and he scores to make it a 3-2 game. What a turnaround this has been for Hills. In about 5.5 minutes, they've taken what was a 2-0 deficit and turned it into a 3-2 lead, and they might get more. Ready to face off yet again after the goal that took 30 seconds into the second quarter. It will be another face-off win for Zach Groves, but he has to retreat into Hills' defensive territory, and the pass not received well by Gabe Crandall and picked up by Westwood as flags fly, and a man goes down for the Cardinals. He will be fine. I believe that was Tyler Hansen. The flag will see another penalty on the Broncos here. And it looks like it'll once again be for Gabe Crandall. And after the penalty, it looks like Westwood will get things started with Sean Morrison inside Hills territory with 11:14 to go until the half. And Morrison gets it over to Greg Sealer. He'll take it back and now fires to his left where Bellinger's waiting on the goal line. A shot saved by Singleton, put in there by Luke Biello, and that one goes wide and out of bounds as one of the Bronco defenders goes diving for it. It looked like Noah Salgado, and it was. Westwood will keep it after it went out of bounds. After the shot, here is Luke Biello. Over to Bellinger, back down, Biello again. Lost it. Now there's a scrum to get it up, and Hills will get it after a whistle. Connor Onikian will heave it all the way from the Hills 20 to the Westwood 20, and the pass intercepted. And now Westwood trying to lay the counterattack. Their offense won't have time to get set up if they want to be successful. Here's a big shot saved again by Singleton, and he traps it in his crease to get it up. Singleton down the field. Another errant pass unable to be received by a Bronco. Westwood again gets it. Morrison over to Biello. Back to Morrison now, near the goal line, and he'll throw it behind the net to Bellinger. Back up to Biello. And out to Greg Sealer. Morrison now spinning around. Peter Park on the coverage. down in front of the net, not received well, and Westwood gets it back, although they'll have to reset. Morrison now, with Sealer trying to drive in. Down 3-2, their first deficit of the game, with 9:24 until the half. We have a whistle, and I believe it is a timeout for the Westwood Cardinals, so we'll take one with them with 9:20 to go. Welcome back. 3-2 Hills lead, their first lead of the game, with 9:20 left until the half. Westwood took a timeout. They begin with the ball again. Luke Biello. And over to Sean Morrison. And now Sealer gets it down and behind the net. Back up. Chance for a shot not taken. It's going to be Morrison now. And back over to Sealer. They're just going to move it around in the circle. Here's Greg Sealer trying to drive through. Gets through, but he'll have to take it behind the net. Passes out. No shot there from Biello, although he had a good chance, but he did score there after some contact. And we are back to being tied. Underway once again, knocked away, and driver tried to get it up. It's going to roll over to the Broncos sideline as two men go falling, one of which is driver, another is a Westwood player, I believe Sean Morrison. And the officials are going to rule that Westwood will not keep it. It'll be Hill's ball, driver with it as we get back underway. This is Ryan Davis getting a screen from Logan Nassau and passing it over to Dylan Freitag. get the offense set up. It's going to be Freitag guarded by Foley over to Driver. He is guarded by Mike Rinaldi. And some more passing from Nassau and Groves. As Nassau fakes, we'll get it back over to Zach Groves, the senior, to the sophomore yet again. And now back down to the goal line where Davis is waiting. Davis passes back up to Driver. He's waiting at the 35 and now will commence trying to drive in and score his second goal of the game. .6:53 to go in this second quarter. Here comes Driver like a raging bull. It's going to be deflected away, still in bounds, and Westwood may get it out of bounds, and the call will be for Hills. They get underway quickly, just 6.5 minutes left. Freitag over, big chance there if it was received well, but Driver couldn't get it. Groves there as insurance picks it up. Fakes the pass. Zach Groves spinning. Can he score? Made it a 3-2 game earlier. Now on the ground and in front of the Westwood net. Groves, can he come out with it? No, it's going to be Westwood, and they'll keep it after a whistle. And they get it over to their goalie, Jack Tantillo. Hills gets it after another whistle. This is going to be Noah Salgado, and he passes up where Jake Brew is waiting. Brew going to lose it, and it's picked back up by Westwood again, and they're going to drive. Mike Rinaldi takes a shot right into the stick of Brendan Singleton. Two men go flying. Westwood keeping possession only for a little while, and whistle again will give it to the Cardinals. 5 minutes left in the half. They move downfield and now will take things slowly this time. Sealer and Morrison again trading it. And now down to the goal line. Here comes a chance, a low rip. And pick back up. Foley. Now close to being out of bounds in the end zone and rolled back in. Still nobody getting it into their stick. Onikian down there, it's out once again. Here comes Kadem, a flag flies, and a delayed penalty on Hills. Morrison now taking things slow with 4 minutes left in this second quarter and the first half. They are tied at 3. Oh, a jumping shot. It goes just over the net. A big chance there from Greg Sealer. Out of bounds and back with Westwood. 3:42 to go. Back down, Biello trying to get a shot off. Now Sealer down to the goal line with Foley. Foley up to Bellinger. It's intercepted, and Noah Salgado flips it up. We get a whistle. And it looks like it'll be a timeout for Pascack Hills. We'll take one with them with 3:20 to go in this. We welcome you back. Still 3 minutes 20 to be played until we get to the half here. A 3-3 game between Hills and Westwood. Last time these two played, it was at the Cardinals. They took a big 16-8 win. Today it's a bit closer, but the last few have been runaway victories for Westwood. We are set to get back underway after a Hills timeout. And it looks like it'll be Dylan Freitag here at his own 20-yard line. And he'll pass it back to Connor Onikian, football quarterback. Will pass it up the field. Not received well. Peter Park there. He dropped it, and now it'll be a scrum to try and get it up. And it looks like Westwood has it. We get another whistle. And it's another timeout for the Cardinals. So we'll take another break. Welcome back. After two successive timeouts, now it'll be Westwood's chance to attack and break this 3-3 tie. Sean Morrison over to Luke Biello, and back to Biello, back to Morrison. He heaves one, and it is wide. Looks like Westwood will keep it. It'll be Bellinger who will take it back out. Dylan Bellinger, number 26. He's going to get it back to Biello and back up top to Morrison. Now Greg Saylor. And back to Morrison, who heaves one. It's saved by Brendan Singleton of Hills. Now Noah Salgado in some trouble as he tries to get it out of there. Westwood gets it back. Now Morrison will regroup with 2.5 minutes to go. Out of bounds again on that shot from Mike Rinaldi. And once again, it will be a Westwood inbound play. Seamus Foley taking it out and giving it right over to Dylan Bellinger as Salgado comes down to cover him. In there and back out. Nobody received the pass, but it'll be another chance for Sean Morrison and the Cardinals with 2:10 left. Biello is the leading goal scorer and point scorer on this Westwood team. 60 points, 38 goals. Dan Golden second, but he hasn't been very active today. And a big steal and a big counterattack chance here. Connor Onikian heaved one. It was saved by Tantillo. And now with 1:45 left, Westwood will have a chance to counter. But nothing comes of it just yet as Dylan Bellinger. With 1:30 to go, Bellinger behind the net. Peter Park on the coverage, trying for a wraparound. It bounces high over the net, and Hills will get this one. Here's Connor Onikian. He can pass it far. We'll see what he does here. He's going to take it up. Takes a shorter pass over to C.J. Driver. It's now Logan Nassau's turn to have it with just under a minute left. A 3-3 tie as we head into halftime, but it could break at any moment. Diamond gets it back over to Nassau before changing off. Here's Nassau to Groves subbing on. And pass is on the ground right in front of the net. And trying to pick it up is going to be Zach Groves. He'll get it with 30 seconds until the buzzer sounds. It's Brew back to Groves. They'll have one last shot to take the lead before the half. Ryan Davis has one goal today, looking for number 2 and to give Hills a 4-3 lead. 10 seconds to go in the half. Here's Davis driving in. Heaves one, easily saved by Tantillo, and that'll send us to halftime. 3-3 as we go to the break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes here in Montvale. We're back underway at the start of the third quarter here. Still a 3-3 tie. And Westwood has possession. That is Gavin Sealer. And he works it behind the net to Dylan Bellinger. Neither of them have any goals today. It's been a low-scoring affair, contrary to the past few Hills and Westwood games. Westwood lost their last one to Fairlawn 9-8 at the Cutters. Hills got a win on Saturday's senior day against Bergen Tech 9-4 in their last one. Trying to break the deadlock, the Cardinals led for most of the first quarter, but Hills took an early lead early in the second quarter. Now Westwood trying to go back on top. There's a big rip there, and it's knocked away and out of bounds. Westwood will take it. That's going to be Dylan Bellinger to Seamus Foley. And now Foley gets it up to Sealer and Sean Morrison. Morrison back over to Sealer and back down. Nice pass in. It's knocked away. Micah Kadem got his stick on it as Danny Golden slow today for the second most goal scorer on this Westwood team. Hills gets it after it went out of bounds. That's Peter Park getting it up and across midfield to Logan Nassau, and Nassau down to the attacking trio with Dylan Freitag. Freitag to Nassau, and now back to a subbing on Zach Groves. Groves trying to drive through. He has a goal today. And lost it, picked up by no one yet. Groves gets it back, makes a nice move, another deke, and now gets it over to Logan Nassau. Groves again has Davis on his left and Nassau a bit further down on his right. Groves with a fake pass. Now we'll find Dylan Freitag with 9:30 left in this third quarter. Freitag pauses. Now he's going to look to drive in. Here he comes looking for a goal. Rips one, and it is just wide. It should stay with Hills as Nassau was there, and he'll take it in, it looks like. Ryan Davis, number 14, he has a goal today. Driver Davis and Zach Groves, the three goal scorers for Hills. This is Dylan Freitag. Freitag trying to shoot, gets it out, and he scores! Dylan Freitag with a goal. Making it 4-3, Pascack Hills. A nice, well-placed shot from the senior gives Hills a big lead with 8:48 left in the third. Back underway after the face-off. It is won this time by Sean Morrison. Morrison gets it over, and now will come out of bounds for a moment. This is Gavin Sealer. Driving through, takes a wallop from the stick of Peter Park. And now Sealer looking to cross, but Park won't let him. Micah Kadem providing some additional pressure. Here's a big chance, and it is deflected away and out of bounds. Good shot saving from Singleton and the rest of the Bronco defense. 8 minutes remain in this third quarter. It's going to be Danny Golden back up. And there's a big goal for Westwood to tie this one up. Westwood has an answer for anything Hills can throw at him. We are tied at 4 with under 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Ready to get things going again at midfield. Now they're going to scrum for it. And Groves in there. He's going to get it up. Groves retreats, gets it up. Davis ricocheted around and out of bounds. Everything gets going again as substitutes come on in for both teams. Westwood trying to set up the offense. It's Sean Morrison. Over to Greg Sealer now. They're trying to once again take their first lead of this game since the first quarter. Turnaround is just wide and out, where it'll be Seamus Foley, it looks like, bringing things back up. They're going to try a turnaround again, but now some heavy defensive pressure may stall those plans. It'll be Morrison behind the net now with Bellinger. Bellinger just outside the crease and sets up a screen for now Greg Sealer, who has it. Sealer with a turnaround shot. It is wide again, and Westwood keeps it. They're going to work it back around. Greg Sealer again. Some more movement. Here's a big shot. Once again over the net. Referees call it for Westwood. I'll come back in it. Here's Bellinger. Score! Westwood has their first lead since the first quarter. A turnaround score for Dylan Bellinger. So now down 5-4. It'll be up to Zach Groves and the rest of this Hills offense to even this one up again. Westwood takes their 6th straight win over the Broncos in boys lacrosse. It's Groves down the sideline. Back up to Freitag. Freitag will pause as the offense gets sorted. Freitag now, he looks ready to go. That's going to be the freshman Christian Gesuele. And Freitag will get it back. Just under 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. It'll be CJ Driver here at the 35. Offense collapses in front of the net, and now here's Nassau, who stayed out. Davis comes up to the goal line as Nassau looking ready to charge. Here he comes. He may have to go behind the net, and he passes behind. Now here's Freitag after a big pass from Gesuele, and he'll take things back and reset again with Driver. 4 minutes left in the quarter. Driver down to the goal line with Jake Brew. And now here's Ryan Davis back up to Driver. Driver again. Davis readying to shoot, but he won't there. Some stern defense from Bennett Hyde of Westwood. Freitag again at the 35. Under 4 minutes to go in the quarter, and Hills down 1 goal. This is CJ Driver again. Driver looks ready to get in. He's tired of waiting around. Here he comes, readying, and the shot goes wide, out of bounds. Race for it ends with Hills closer. And Ryan Davis specifically, who will get things started. Here's Nassau again off the pass from Freitag, and back. 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Hills has had the ball in this Westwood zone for the past 2 minutes. They have not gotten a goal, and just 1 shot wide out of it. Some more movement as it'll be Brew coming up to try and set a screen. Some contact. Freitag can't get through. Another screen. Freitag reverses and will pass down to Gesuele and back up. 2.5 to go. Freitag spinning. Takes a long rip, and it's saved by Jack Tantillo. Now Westwood trying to take their first multi-goal lead since the first quarter again. A counter-attack ends with a goal. And that one for Sean Morrison, making it 6-4. We have 2 minutes, 2 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Westwood has gone up 2 goals. But that's how the first quarter started. Hills came back to tie it up with about 5 minutes left. Can they do it in two? And they have still 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Driver lost it, gets it back. And he'll wait for everything to get set. Dangerous man, CJ Driver, although he only has one goal today. 1:30 on the clock for him and his teammates in the third quarter to at least get one and get themselves back in this. They still have 12 minutes to follow in the fourth. Now the attack is pressed. Groves, long shot. It's deflected up. Some contact as it comes back down. Westwood, a 2-on-1 advantage, and they will get it. Mike Rinaldi over to Tantillo, the goalie, is pressured, gets it out and up across midfield, where it'll be Westwood receiving it. But back down, it was knocked over on the ground, and now Driver gets it out of there. Had a man disadvantage, but still, CJ Driver can't be stopped. 40 seconds left to score and make this 6-5. Can he do it? It's Logan Nassau off a pass from Zach Groves. Nassau now forced all the way back. Spins through those two defenders, spins out of it again. And now 20 seconds remain. They're going to have to press now, or else that won't happen until the fourth quarter. You have a prime opportunity to try and score one. 10 seconds to do it. Here's Freitag with a screen. Shoots, and it's just wide and out of bounds. 4 seconds remain on the clock. It is Westwood ball, I believe. Yep. And this will be Nick Gervais flinging it up, which will send us to the fourth quarter. A 6-4 Westwood advantage. Hills has come back from down 2 before. Can they do it once again? We are back and ready to go in the fourth quarter. Hills down 6-4 against the Westwood Cardinals, looking for their 10th win of the season to go 10-8. Hills will drop to 10-8 if this score holds for the next 12 minutes, but the Broncos have come back from down 2 earlier in this game. We'll see if they can do it with just 12 minutes on the clock. Sean Morrison will get another face-off win for the Westwood Cardinals. Before this game, he was sitting at 115 on the year. Yeah, but Noah Salgado is going to get it, and he will take it up. He's not going to pass. Now will pass all the way over. Errant one, and it won't be able to be received by Zach Groves out of bounds, and it looks like Westwood will get it back. Westwood has it. Seamus Foley down the sideline. It's going to be Morrison now with just about a minute played. Sean Morrison has been the leading goal scorer today from both teams, but he lost it there, and now Greg Sealer has it. Oh, what a pass down to Danny Golden. And Golden, who is the leading goal scorer for Westwood throughout the year, has his first of today's game, and that may put it out of reach for Hills. 7-4 with 11 minutes left. The only close game between these two out of the past 5 was 2019, 10-9 Cardinal victory. The last 2 have been blowouts in Westwood's favor. This one, while still reachable for Hills, is now getting more and more out of the Broncos' grasp. And it'll be, Morrison had it but couldn't get it up. That's Billy Manny in there, the sophomore, but he can't get things. And now it's going to be a scrum on the sideline near the Westwood bench. Referees have something to say, and they give it to Westwood. They move it down with Luke Biello, and now on the goal line with Golden. Biello up to Sealer, and back to Morrison. 10 minutes to go, and Hills may want to get possession here. Sealer driving down, gonna pass it behind the net. That's Bellinger. He falls. A bunch of guys go flying. Sticks go flying, as the ball does too, and so do some flags. Onikian out of bounds. It'll stay with Westwood, and we'll see what this penalty is. We have 2 Hills players coming to the sideline. One will make his way into the penalty box. It looks like Ethan Beebe will have an extended stay on the sideline. So Hills down a man here. It's 6-on-5, and Westwood looking for a 4-goal lead. It'll start in the stick of Greg Sealer and makes its way over to Seamus Foley. Sealer looked to rip along one. Onikian stopped it last second. And now working back down, this is Sean Morrison. Sealer again, down, and another pass. Jumping shot, big save from Brendan Singleton. Onikian up, to Ryan Davis. Here comes Davis down the field. He knows the situation Hills is in. They need every last gasp of effort to tie this one up and maybe take the lead. Gazuele now over. They don't have time to set up. It's a 3-goal lead with 9 minutes to go. They're going to need to take every opportunity afforded to them. And right now, in my opinion, although I'm not a lacrosse coach at all and I barely played the game, it seems better to just run at the net than it is to get things going. But I do see why, because Zach Groves has just come on. Now Freitag over to Driver. He rips a long one and scores. C.J. Driver. Seven to 5. We may have a chance. Now let's see how things work out on this face-off. Will Groves, a man who has over 200 face-off wins this season, get the win over Sean Morrison. Groves is going to win the face-off and evades the defending play. Driver now as substitutions made. Nassau with it after Billy Manny comes off, and that'll bring Groves back on. He'll get it back. Jake Brew, another sophomore. Once again, a 7-5 game. Westwood leads with 8 minutes left. The Cardinals, as you can see on the bottom of your screen, looking for their 10th win on the year. Hills looking for their 11th as both go into the state tournament. Westwood, an 11 seed. They'll play Kinnelon Friday morning. Hills, a 13 seed. They're playing at Jefferson Township High School, which is about 50 minutes from here in Montvale, on Friday morning at 10 a.m. Westwood will get it. It's going to be Tantillo up the field to Sean Morrison. And it's Bellinger again. Biello over to Sealer. Morrison back down behind the net with Bellinger. Now to Biello. Looking for number 2. Has to pass it out to Sealer. Morrison again to Biello again. Looking to rip a long one. Back down to the goal line and behind with Bellinger once again. He has one today. Dylan Bellinger. Lost it. Singleton will get it in his stick after it got knocked around, and now Hills with 7 minutes left. Salgado tried to get it to Park. Neither of them could receive it. And instead it'll be Westwood off the turnover. With a chance to capitalize and make this a 3-goal game with now 6.5 minutes to go. It's Biello. Back up to Morrison. Sealer. Making his way down, tried to get it to Golden. It got knocked away, and now Manny and company trying to get it up, chasing it down to the 40. Some contact as it's a 3-on-2, now 4-on-4 as more players come through, out of bounds. And it'll be Westwood again with exactly 6 minutes left. 7-5. Morrison will have it at about midfield. contact here and now back down. It's Biello. Over to Sealer. Sealer will take it behind the net. This is Bellinger who gets it over to Morrison. Bellinger's usually behind the net but took it out there, and he's still up top. Now here's Morrison taking it behind the net with 5 minutes to go, and I think the prime imperative for Westwood is to waste time, and they're doing a lot of it right now with Sean Morrison practically uncovered. Here comes Justin Diamond to cover him. Clock continuing to run, under 5 minutes to go now, and Hill's still down 2 goals. They need to get possession. Can they do it? Morrison back out, everybody spreads out. It's Bellinger. Bellinger running with it. Manny on the coverage. 4:27 left. Golden back up. This is Morrison again and back down to Sealer. Sealer will take it behind the net, and now it's going to be Biello. Here's a big rip, and there's a goal for Dylan Bellinger, number 2 on the day, and number 8 for Westwood, which, if we're being frank, with a 3-goal lead and 4 minutes to go, should put it out of reach for Hills unless miracles are possible. On the break, a false start. We'll give it to Westwood. Four minutes left in this game. 8-5 is our score. Westwood, unless something big happens for Hills, will take a 10th win of the season, and both teams will go into the state tournament with the same record, both 10-8. This game has no meaning when it comes to the state tournament. The PowerPoint's closed on Saturday, so brackets were already announced. Driver rips one wide, and it'll be brought back in by Ryan Davis, But this is our final lacrosse game of the season. And we get a penalty on Ryan Davis, and Westwood gets it back. 3 minutes to go as the Cardinals have pulled away late. Big stick checks here. Ryan Davis gets it back, and another whistle. Maybe a timeout for Hills, and it is. We'll be back in hopefully a minute or so. After the timeout, we welcome you back with 3 minutes left. And Hills with a 3-goal deficit and with possession. It's going to be C.J. Driver taking it down. He faces a few shoves and wallops from the stick of his defender. Rips one and scores. That's Driver's third. But it may be a bit too late. Back down to a 2-goal deficit. 2:30 to go. Back underway. Zach Groves wins the faceoff, trying to bring the pressure and trying to bring Hills back into this. He gets it over to Dylan Freitag. 2:25 to go. This is Jake Brew. No, that's Freitag. 6 and 8. Mixed up. And it's going to be C.J. Driver again with a few motions. 2 minutes to go in a 2-goal deficit. Driver making his way through. Shot is wide. Out of bounds. Kept by Hills. And Freitag yielding to Driver with 2 minutes left. Driver looking for a wraparound, single-handedly trying to get Hills back in this. His pass wide, and it looks like Westwood will pick it up. Sean Morrison immediately facing pressure from Davis and Freitag. We get a whistle. And it looks like it'll be a Westwood timeout. Back in a minute. A 2-goal lead for the Cardinals with welcome back for the final minute and a half of this game. 8-6 is our score. It looks like both of these teams will have a 10-8 record once we're done. This is Sean Morrison. He's spinning around, trying to get through the Bronco defense. Had a nice pass there, but it wasn't received well. And now Hills is going to come out with it. Here comes Connor Onikian. He gets wailed on. He's coming all the way down and may stop. May stop as some pressure mounts. 1 minute left. Can they score 2 in a minute? Well, we'll see if we have a Reggie Miller. It's Ryan Davis, number 14. Davis spinning around. He's going to get through. Fires just wide with 40 seconds to go. Nassau there. He'll take it back in. Driver now on the Hills sideline. Readying to go. Has 35 seconds to score 2 goals. Can't stall. Won't stall. Rips one wide again and out. 28 seconds left. More and more out of reach. Clock runs again. Here's Logan Nassau. 25 seconds. The sophomore looking to at least give Hills a 1-goal game. Can't get a shot off. Now fires one. Saved by Tantillo. And that should do it. Clock runs down. 5 seconds left. Westwood just has to hold on, and they do. The final score, 8-6 in favor of the Cardinals. That'll do it for our boys lacrosse coverage this season. Stay tuned here on PH Athletics later this week. We begin our baseball state tournament coverage, and stay tuned for all other Pascack Hills sports that we cover here on this YouTube channel. From Pascack Hills